seconds.
50 seconds.
Good for me. Air conditioning. Where are you? Yeah, today's going to be another hot one. We will see mid-1 teens again for the Coachella Valley this afternoon. Very dry from top to bottom in our troposphere, so yeah, not a cloud in sight. And that's the way it's going to be tomorrow. But then we have some changes coming up the rest of the week. I'll explain.
Okay, see you shortly. Thanks,
Sure.
Jerry. Our top story this morning, the man accused of bribing former Palm Springs Mayor Steve Pugnier has been found not guilty on all charges. Real estate developer John Westman was acquitted of offering six-figure bribes to Pugnier to support downtown projects. The trial began in late May at the Banning Justice Center with jurors deliberating for over a week. Westman faced 9 counts of bribery and 1 count of conspiracy to commit a felon. Meanwhile, Pugnier reached a plea agreement with the court last month. A La Quinta man is out on bail this morning after being arrested for making online threats against a Palm Springs No Kings rally over the weekend. The suspect is 28-year-old Edward Miranda. He was booked on charges of criminal threats and violating civil rights. Police worked with the FBI to identify him after the threat and conducted searches at his homes in La Quinta and San Bernardino County. During the investigation, authorities also found a firearm. Palm Springs Police Chief Andy Mills emphasized that all threats to public safety are taken very seriously. If you have any additional information on this case, you're asked to contact the Palm Springs Police Department at the number you see at the bottom of your screen. Authorities are asking for your help this morning to find a driver who took off during a traffic stop Sunday night in La Quinta. The pursuit ended in a crash involving a Riverside County Sheriff's Patrol unit and another car. You can see the damage to the car right here on your screen. It all started around 10 o'clock at night near Avenida Cortez and ended near Avenue 52 and Jefferson. If you have any information about the driver, you're asked to contact the Sheriff's Department. Indio police arrested 1 person and issued 6 citations at their DUI checkpoint Friday night. The checkpoint lasted from 6 p.m. to 1 a.m. near Jackson Street and Dillon Avenue. Citations included driving with a suspended license and improper use of a child seat. The checkpoint was funded by a grant from the California Office of Traffic Safety. We're going to head back outside and take a live look from our Agua Caliente casino camera in Palm Springs. As Jerry mentioned earlier, not a cloud in the sky today, and it is hot out there. He's in the Weather Center with a look at your forecast.
As I mentioned this morning, the last 2 afternoons were the hottest days so far this year for Palm Springs. 117 both afternoons. Today, yeah, not 117, but we'll be very close to that later this afternoon. So if you made it through those last 2 afternoons, I think you're good for the summer. 100 degrees already in Palm Springs. Winds are calm, 11% relative humidity. That'll be down to the single digits. Another dry day for us. Temps include 93 at Yucca Valley, 96, 29 Palms, a sunny 101 at Desert Hot Springs, already 104,000 Palms in Palm Desert, 101 Coachella. Winds light and breezy right now. They will pick up a little later on today, but only in the wind-prone areas and not really that bad as far as winds, but they'll be out of the west a little later on today. Radar, yeah, nothing happening over Southern California. Of course, clear skies. High pressure strengthening again over the southwest, ensuring those numbers will be a dozen degrees above normal. 112 to 116, our range of highs today. Again, plenty of sunshine to go with those numbers. And dew points in the 30s, relative humidity, single digits very soon. Some of the highs today include 115 under clear skies at Palm Springs, Rancho Mirage and La Quinta, 114 Indian Wells, 113 at Indio today. Still up there tomorrow. Yeah, mid-1 teens. Lots of sunshine Wednesday. Then we see some changes coming away. Still well above normal on Thursday, but I think you'll like the weekend too. We'll take a look at that. Full forecast and the 7-day and tropics on the way.
All right, Jerry, thanks. Well, as Jerry mentioned, the hottest temperatures of the year are finally here. NBC Palm Springs' Brett Rosen spoke with health experts on how you can stay safe and avoid heat exhaustion.
Today's hot sun and UV index of 9 is bringing in a temperature high of 117. It's not setting any records. However, health officials say you need to watch out for heat exhaustion.
You know, you're not sweating anymore, or you're feeling lightheaded or dizzy. These are symptoms that you may be getting too much sun, but if you start having worse symptoms, please seek medical attention.
That's Dr. Eutham Contaxis, medical director for Eisenhower's emergency department. He warns how during these summer months to not leave children or animals in the car, even when there's a shade cover. However, he says the most vulnerable during these summer months are the elderly,
As people get older or as they take new medications, they have to be aware that sometimes they don't interact well either with the sunlight directly or with heat.
Experts say stay out of the sun, stay hydrated by drinking plenty of water, do activities during the morning or night when it's cooler, are all ways to avoid heat exhaustion during the summer months. However, something that also could be affected by the sun, says health experts, is your skin.
What I'm more concerned about in the short term is sunburns, burning of the feet if you happen to be barefoot on a hot pavement.
People think they're protected if they go out for a walk or a jog at 5 p.m. or if they do their gardening at 8 or 9 a.m. But you know what? As long as there's sun in the sky and it's bright outside, and you just have to protect your skin.
That's Dr. Natalie Nasser, a dermatologist for Kaiser Permanente Riverside County, talking about how even if it's a little cooler in the evening, if there's sun, there's a chance for a burn. However, she says there are ways you can protect yourself.
Wearing a broad-brimmed hat, like all the way around, not just a baseball cap or a visor, to reapplying your SPF throughout the day, at least every 2 hours or more if you go in the water.
Israel pounded Iran for a fifth day in an air campaign targeting their military and nuclear programs, killing at least 224 people. Iran continues to retaliate by launching missiles and hundreds of drones at Israel. So far, 24 people have been killed in Israel. Richard Engel has more on the story.
Iran had threatened to carry out a ferocious military response, threatening the most intense missile barrages this country has ever seen. But so far, it has not materialized. There have been several relatively small missile barrages, and nearly all of the incoming missiles have been shot down, according to Israeli officials, and there have been no reports of casualties. In the early days of this conflict, on the first and second day, Iran was firing hundreds of missiles per day. There were about 350 missiles fired just over the weekend and yesterday. But this morning, and then a short while ago, there was an air raid siren here in Tel Aviv. There were only 5 or 10 missiles. So it could be that Iran is holding its fire, or simply that its capacity has been vastly diminished. Israel is carrying out attacks all across Iran relentlessly, targeting missiles, targeting missile launch sites, targeting air defense systems, to a point that Israel says that it now has complete freedom of flight, complete air dominance across the city of Tehran. The big question is, where is this going? And today, the Israeli defense minister said that Israel's objective isn't technically regime change in Iran. He said he's looking for a situation more like what exists in Lebanon right now, where Israel is able to carry out strikes against Hezbollah, in that case, at a time and place of its choosing. So Israel apparently envisions this as a open-ended conflict where it is able to continue attacking Iran militarily, continue to attack scientists, the nuclear program, whenever it wants. Richard Engel, NBC News, Tel Aviv.
Meanwhile, the Department of Homeland Security has reversed course on guidance limiting immigration raids at farms, hotels, and restaurants. On Monday, Immigration and Customs Enforcement officials told field office leaders to continue raids at worksite locations. That's a change from guidance issued days earlier under pressure from certain industries that rely on migrant workers. ICE operations have put a chilling effect on some industries that heavily rely on immigrant workforces, like farms and hotels. President Trump acknowledging the problem last week in a social media post. President Trump will likely extend the June 19th deadline for TikTok's China-owned parent company, ByteDance. That's what he told reporters on Air Force One today.
Probably, yeah. Probably have to get China approval. I think we'll get it. I think President Xi will ultimately approve.
The president's comments come as TikTok continues to face scrutiny over its Chinese ownership and the platform's influence on U.S. users, in particular young users. Trump previously said in May that he would consider extending the deadline, noting how the app helped him get support from young voters during the 2024 election. Former President Joe Biden signed a law last year that required TikTok's China-based parent ByteDance to divest the app by June 19th or face a U.S. ban over national security concerns. Still ahead on your midday news, Amazon Prime Day just got a whole lot bigger, and there's a twist. We'll have details straight ahead. But first, we're going to head back outside and take a live look at our Indian Wells Golf Resort camera. I don't see anybody on the course right now, but I do see some sprinklers on, much needed for the grass out there. It's going to be about 115 degrees out there today. Jerry's going to break down your full 7-day forecast. That's straight ahead.
Babies are experts at paying attention to only what is genuinely fascinating, and we couldn't agree more.
Some big changes are coming to downtown Palm Springs as the city kicks off the next phase of the Plaza Theater project. Crews are set to begin demolishing the patio at Kalura Trattoria to make way for a new 60-seat outdoor dining area and a new entrance to the historic theater. The updated patio will run along South Palm Canyon Drive from Ben & Jerry's to Kalura and create a clear 20-foot path from the theater to the sidewalk. City officials say demolition will take about a week, with drivers warned to expect some occasional lane closures in the southbound direction. The patio is expected to be finished by early August, with the Plaza Theater's grand reopening still on track for December 1st. The Dr. Carry On Foundation held its Scholarship Awards banquet on Sunday at La Quinta High School. The event celebrated the achievements of nearly 90 scholarship recipients from the class of 2025. Over $290,000 were awarded this year, bringing the foundation's total scholarship contributions to more than $2.5 million since 1991.
What we like to do is let these awardees, they're very fine students and scholars, know that we appreciate the hard work that they're doing, and we want to help them continue doing that good work so that if they do well in their first year, we'll give them a scholarship for the second year all the way through college.
Organizers say this banquet not only honored students' success, but also inspired the future of education for diverse communities in the region. Well, there's plenty to look forward to this week at the Cathedral City Senior Center, but you'll want to come by early. Wednesday will feature a free Father's Day barbecue at 11 in the morning, featuring food, drinks, games, and raffle prizes, courtesy of Bill Hart's Desert Insurance Agency. The center will be closed Thursday and Friday in observance of Juneteenth. Whether you're stopping by for a class, a meal, or just to say hi, there's always a warm welcome waiting for you here. California's summer EBT program, Sunbucks, is back and giving families $120 in grocery benefits when kids cannot access school meals. Most kids who qualify for free or reduced price meals or receiving CalFresh, CalWorks, or Medi-Cal are automatically enrolled. Sunbucks EBT cards are mailed June through August. Families can apply until September 2nd through their children's school. Benefits must be used within 122 days or they will expire. For details and eligibility, you can go to the bottom of your screen and check out the website. Grocery workers at stores like Vons and Albertsons and Ralph's in Palm Desert are preparing to strike next week if contract talks fail. The group says its members are facing poor working conditions, understaffing, and low pay. The union says this could affect thousands of workers and frustrate customers who've already noticed empty shelves and long lines. Negotiations are set to resume June 25th, but for now, workers are making signs and getting ready to strike. Amazon has announced a date for its upcoming Prime Day sale. This year, Prime Day starts on Tuesday, July 8th. The e-commerce giant is now entering its second decade of hosting the annual summer sales event. And with the milestone, it's unveiling a new change. Amazon will run Prime Day for 4 full days from July 8th through Friday the 11th. That's twice the typical 48 hours, meaning double the opportunities to save big. This is the first major change to the duration of Amazon's summer Prime Day festivities since 2017, when the third ever sale changed from 1 day to 2 days. We're going to head outside. Here's a live look now from our Agua Caliente casino camera in Rancho Mirage. It's nice and sunny and hot out there today. Jerry's going to break down your full 7-day forecast coming up next.
They say dogs are a man's best friend, but at NBC Palm Springs, we're a dog's best choice for news. Apologies to our competitors, but even your dogs know who leads the pack in news.
Night after night, discover the unique stories that set our valley apart. Together, we're going to find inspiration and foster connections that strengthen the fabric of our community.
Totally clear skies in our Walter Clark 111 cam behind me. We'll see nothing but sunshine over the next few afternoons in front of us. Yesterday was a hot one in the Coachella Valley. Along with yesterday, Sunday, we both hit 117 in Palm Springs, the hottest days so far this year, and we're going to be up there again today. 104 is our normal, our reference number. 92 degrees at Yucca Valley, already triples in the Coachella Valley. 87 degrees at Banning, all under clear skies. Winds a little breezy. San Gorgonio Pass, winds are out of the west, and basically that'll be the case later today. Strongest winds, call it breezes, later this afternoon. Visible satellite, yeah, nothing happening. Matter of fact, we had some clouds along the coastal areas. That is burned off. So, yeah, the marine layer is gone right now. But high pressure in control of our forecast again today, ensuring those numbers will be about a dozen degrees above normal, 112 to 116. Again, lots of sunshine and dry air to go with that. So 115, our forecast high today in Palm Springs. Will it be a record? Not even close. 123 is the record for today, set back in 2021, and that 123 is the hottest number for Palm Springs for the month of June. Some other highs today, 113 at Indio, 114 Indian Wells. Okay, we do have an extreme heat warning in areas of California. It's all to the north of us. And although temps are going to get to the mid-1 teens, just take care outside. Also, heat advisory in effect for the Inland Empire almost to the coastline. That expires tonight for those areas. Overnight lows near 80 degrees tonight under totally clear skies. Highs still with us. We'll keep those numbers again close to 115 in the Coachella Valley. Plenty of sunshine Wednesday afternoon, 115 again for Palm Springs, 114 at Indio. The high begins to be pushed aside a little bit thanks to a wave which will be to the north of us. Onshore winds may pick up a little bit, but the numbers come down closer to 110, but still we're talking close to 10 degrees above normal on Thursday afternoon. Now, Thursday and Friday, the winds will pick up a little bit in the wind-prone areas thanks to that trough and then a wave moving through the area to the north of us. Surface moisture unchanged. Middle of the day, relative humidity extremely dry. We'll see single-digit numbers there. As far as Thursday's highs, 111s, 112s, 113s for the Coachella Valley. Friday, about the same amount of numbers. Now, Saturday, we have a trough of low pressure moving through to the north. That will chop away a few more degrees. So 101 to 105, that's close to normal for mid-June for the Coachella Valley. So normal highs for us here. Okay, quick check of the tropics. We have our newest named storm, Eric. We're about a 1 month into the Northeast Pacific hurricane season. Spaghetti models basically in unison here. All keep it moving its way basically to the northwest, and it could make landfall close to Acapulco. Keep in mind the sea surface temps are in the middle 80s, which is very warm for this time of year. So we could see this strengthen to just under a major Category 3 hurricane by the time we move our way into Thursday. So we'll watch that very soon. Comfort Air 7-day forecast, 115 today and tomorrow, plenty of sunshine to go with those hot numbers. Close to 110 Thursday, Friday, and then we're back to normal. The weekend looks pretty good. 102 Saturday for Palm Springs, 101 on Sunday.
Together, we're going to find inspiration and foster connections that strengthen the fabric of our community.
Babies are experts at paying attention to only what is genuinely fascinating, and we couldn't agree more.
NBC Palm Springs Sports Desk. Brought to you by Agua Caliente Casinos. We have your game.
The Palm Springs Power will be hosting your four-legged friends tonight at the Palm Springs Stadium. It's Bark in the Park night. The first 50 fans who enter the park with their dogs will go home with a goodie bag from Tail Waggers Pet Supply. The event will feature dog-themed giveaways with in-game promotions. First pitch is at 7 p.m.
And now the Agua Caliente Entertainment Report, brought to you by Agua Caliente Casinos.
And now here's a look at some of the top stories in the world of entertainment. Here's Douglas Hyde with today's Hollywood Minute.
Over here, Lieutenant. I think someone murdered my brother.
Please, take a chair.
Thank you.
Liam Neeson and Pamela Anderson bring the laughs in the first full trailer for The Naked Gun. The reboot of the 1988 comedy classic arrives in theaters in August and stars Neeson as Frank Drebin Jr., the son of the bumbling cop famously played by Leslie Nielsen in the original. Sabrina Carpenter just scored her second #1 hit with Man-Child. The new tune debuts at the top of the Billboard Hot 100 singles chart and is off her upcoming album, Man's Best Friend. Mariah Carey also earned her landmark 50th hit on the chart with her new single, Type Dangerous. Glenn Close is joining the cast of The Hunger Games: Sunrise on the Reaping. She'll play Drusilla Sickle, the cruel escort to the District 12 tributes. Billy Porter has also signed on as her estranged husband, Magno Stift. The film takes place more than 2 decades before the original Hunger Games and will hit theaters November of next year. In Hollywood, I'm Douglas Hyde.
And here's a live look at our Agua Caliente casino camera in Rancho Mirage. Traffic's moving smoothly on this Tuesday afternoon, and temperatures are heating up. Jerry's going to break down your forecast next.
Night after night, discover the unique stories that set our valley apart. Together, we're going to find inspiration and foster connections that strengthen the fabric of our community.
Babies are experts at paying attention to only what is genuinely fascinating, and we couldn't agree more.
Well, here's a story to warm your heart. Palm Springs Police Chief Andy Mills shared a social media post about a touching act of kindness by Sergeant Miguel Torres. 2 high school boys at Chipotle couldn't afford their burritos after realizing there was no special. And as they walked away, Sergeant Torres quietly paid for their meals. No fanfare, just kindness. In his post, Mills said the selfless act shows the true character of those who serve our city. Wow, good
He's
job,
a great
Sergeant
guy.
Torres.
Hi,
Yes.
Daddy. Yes.
Oh, and yeah, it's definitely, absolutely.
Forecast. Well, today's going to be another hot one. 115 today and tomorrow, but after that, the numbers do back off. I mean, subtracting about 15 degrees from the weather we're going to see today by this weekend.
Yay.
We'll take it, yeah. So around 100 degrees, which is closer to normal Saturday, Sunday.
That does it for us. We've got more news coming up at 5. See you back here tomorrow at 6. Have a great day.
Doing? Oh. Can you see me? Start video.
There you go.
Hi,
Where you at in Hawaii?
I am in Kauai,
Oh, very
the
nice.
Garden Isle.
I have fond memories there. That's when I was married the first time where I had my honeymoon. Maybe I don't have maybe I don't
there
have
you go.
fond memories because
It's
that one didn't
beautiful.
work.
We love it here.
Good, good. All right. So here's the deal. Thanks for doing this. Let's just clear this up.
Yes.
So, you know, I will take kind of a, just so you know, a lighthearted approach. Because I'm going to say, well, you know, I've been there many times. I've never seen dog urine. I'm going to say stuff like that and just give you a chance to kind of walk us through whatever you want to walk through. Fair?
Fair.
Okay. Have fun. We're going to fix it.
Now, my question to you, is this going live right now or are you
No.
going to be editing? No. Okay.
6:30 tonight. Don't worry about it.
Okay. I've never done this before.
You're going to be fine. We run it at 6:30. We make you look good.
Okay. And thank you for having me
Oh, please.
and giving me the opportunity to just kind of clear the air.
Well, you have to. You have to.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, we're going to roll something. You're going to see it roll. I'm going to say, Olivia, welcome to the show. You say, great to be here, or whatever you want to do, and off and running we go, okay?
Okay.
Here we go. Olivia, thanks for joining the show tonight.
Great to be here. Thank
Okay.
you for having me.
All right, so here's the deal. I've been to Mama Gina's 100 times. It's my wife's favorite restaurant. We would come from LA and drive to Mama Gina's and eat. I'm just being completely transparent.
Thank you. We appreciate that.
Okay, never did I see anybody walking around with a spray dispenser of dog urine. And I thought, when I heard about this, what is going on? Can you please explain what's happening?
Yes, of course. So we had the health department come in and for a regular inspection. And unfortunately, in my opinion, it was completely just, sorry, can we go back?
Don't be hang. Here's what I want you to do. Listen to me. Listen. Relax.
I got this now. I got this.
No, you're fine. Just relax. You can't say the wrong thing because I'm not going to let you.
Okay. Thanks.
You understand?
Yeah.
We can fix everything here.
Okay. Well, I love that.
Yeah, so just let's go again. Let's do it.
Okay.
Relax, have fun. Here we go. Olivia, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Okay.
Happy to be here.
All right, so here's the deal. We've gone to Mama Gina's for years. I'll bet you we've eaten there 100 times. We lived in LA, we drive out here just to go to Mama Gina's. And never did I ever see anybody walking around with a spray bottle of dog urine. So what is happening? What's going on?
What is happening is that spray bottle, which, by the way, was also referred to as a squirt bottle by the health department, which somehow gives it, even a worse tone to it, personally, was a spray bottle filled with a natural enzyme that you can find online, that one can spray